In this video, we're going to go over some examples on how to combine SAS datasets. So this first program that I have here basically will show us how to, or will show you how to combine two datasets. Basically, this first dataset that I'm creating here called section 1 is a dataset that has these variables: ID, final percentage, and letter grade for a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students. So let's say that this was section 1 of a class, and these were, these are the IDs of the students, and these are the final percentage and the letter grades for this group of students here. Okay. And let's say that I have another section of the same class that I'm teaching, section 2, right? And these are the IDs of the students in there, the final percentage, and the letter grade for them. So let's say that I want to combine these two data sets in one. See that we have the same variables. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be adding these rows to this first data set here. So I'm combining two by rows. So how do I do that? Well, first, I have the two data sets. I have to create them, right? By running this part, I create the two data sets. And then I'm going to create a data set which is called both combined. Okay? Just call it that way. How do we combine the two data sets? By using the statement set. Okay? So set section 1, section 2. So basically I'm saying add section 2 to section 1, right? Add the rows of section 2 to section 1 and run it, and then I'm gonna print it so we can see what the result is. So let's run everything again. You see, this is the result. This is the printout of the both combined data set, right? You can see that we have the observations for the first data set and the observations for the second data set stacked one on top of the other, right? So this is how you combine two data sets. In this case, we are combining the rows, right? We're combining rows. Now you can also add columns. For example, let's say that I have two data sets. This data set is called students. It has the name, last name, ID, and major of a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students, right? And I have this data set which is called grades, and it has the grades of actually some of them. Okay, some of them. Actually 4 of them. There's one that is not there. Okay, so let's say I want to combine these two data sets so that I have a combined data set in which I have, for example, Juan Gonzalez, the ID of Juan Gonzalez, biology, which is his major, and then the final exam grade of Juan Gonzalez. So for me to do that, I'll have to combine these two data sets by the IDs, right? That will be my pivot to combine these two tables, to these two data sets, right? So how do I do that? Well, first I need to create the data sets, right? I do that by running this. Then I need to sort each of the data sets by the variable that I want to use to join them. So in this case, I'm going to join them by the ID. So I'll have to sort both data sets by ID, and then create a data set which I call combined, using the statement merge. Okay, merge students and grades by ID. That's the variable that I'm using to merge. And then I'm gonna print it, and let's see how this happens, right? So as you can see, it actually, and by the way, in the code, when I, in the proc print, I said ID, that gets rid of the ID column, and it uses the ID variable as the ID. Otherwise, we'll have the ID column, and then we'll have the observation column, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So it created a data set that contains all the IDs, right? All the IDs. So we join by ID. Now, for example, we have Juan Gonzalez Biology, this is the ID, and then the final exam grade. Now, in this case, we didn't have a final exam for this person here, but still that person will appear in the combined data set, right? We just showed that there's no final exam grade in record for that person. Okay, so that's how we merge two data sets by adding columns. There are many more things that you can do. Many things that, for example, you could exclude observations based on, for example, you could want to exclude this one here because you know, you don't have a final exam. You can do that. There are many things that you can do to merge two data sets. Most of them are, you know, some of them, not all of them, but some of them are very well explained in chapter 14. These are just two very simple examples of what you can achieve with merging, with the merge option or the merge statement.